Okay. This is arson, if I'm saying that right. I've been wanting to call him something different, but it's been cold and everybody's getting the winter freshness since the weather's now changing. It's like 2 months past changing time, and now it's deciding to change on us. But he's 4, and I have him in a different bit than what we've been riding him in, which I really like this bit. And he's kind of having some little issues leading. So I'm going to work on riding him in this bit, try to, whenever he wants to kind of evade the bit. That's what was happening whenever I first rode him, is he was trying to evade the bit. And that's why I was trying to get his back up and get him collected to get him correct. So we're going to work on that in this bit. And we're going to try over some ground poles to help get his top line up. And one thing he does too is as soon as you swing your leg on him and get on him, he wants to walk forward, which I'm here alone again, just like that. Just ask him to stop, and I'm doing the little problems now instead of dealing with them later, because they're going to become bigger problems. So I'm going to try that again. And no, it doesn't have anything to do with the new bit on them. This is just something that has been happening over time. It's going to stop. Now I'm going to back him up. Ooh. My saddle needs to be tighter on him. And pet him, and then I'm going to dismount again. My saddle does not need to be tighter, which is weird. See, he didn't move. I'm going to pet on him. And this time, since he stood still, if he walks off, I'm not going to do it a big deal. I'll just ask him to stop. Let's sit here for a second. I'm going to ask him to walk off now. This is his first time having this bit in. I rode in this bit on several different horses, and I really like it. It's like I don't know if it is, I think it is a Jim Edwards. It's a Jim Edwards D-ring. It's like a snaffle bit, but it's like a ported snaffle bit. But it only does the release pressure on it. Why the mouthpiece is like a bridle bit is because it releases the pressure and it helps horses get, since they're greener, to start packing around that leverage bit. Now he's trying to avoid it, and I'm trying to squeeze my legs and get him rounded off of it. Go ahead and start getting that little bit of what I want. I'm trying to grab some more string because I don't have much of it. Yes, he is kind of gaping his mouth, and there's no need for him to gape his mouth. There's no dental work, nothing wrong. It's just he's not used to this, and it's different pressure. Head walk over these poles. I'm gonna have to move his right shoulder over. Good boy. And to start moving him over to a different bit is moving the shoulders and the hip and everything. Move his left shoulders. Move his left shoulder. Move his left shoulder. He's really not getting off that left shoulder. And no, I was not holding him. I was picking his shoulder up for him to. I'm not asking you to trot. He feels like he needs to trot to get off of this bit, which is not the case. Now I'm going to ask him to move his left shoulder over. There we go. That's Firecracker being her own entertainment out there. Move his right shoulder. Move his right shoulder. Move his right shoulder. Move his right shoulder. And then I'm gonna ask him to move his left shoulder again. He's pushing on my hand. He's still pushing on my hand, but he's soft. But he's trying to evade the bit. Gonna ask him to trot. He's pushing on my hands. I'm going to pick up and squeeze with my feet. That's another reason why I have these poles out here. He wants to push on your hands. So put them out here for him to actually get his back correct and everything. Let's go ahead and go trot over these poles. There we go. That was really good. I'm steering and he's not coming, so I'm going to make a drastic steering left. I looked him out in the front arena whenever we had a dry arena. We loped, steered. He kind of did a little, I don't want to do that moment just then. So we're going to go back and do it. There we go. That was really nice. Now he's pushing on my hands. I'm going to pick up, use my legs, and put my hands back down. For people to understand why he's pushing on the bit is because he was started that way. He was you need to evade the bit at all times. No, you don't need to evade the bit. You need to move your body correctly. Evading the bit is not helping getting off of the bit. Evading it is he wants to move his body in the wrong ways, unlike getting off of it while he's getting trained to collect himself correctly. I'll wait for him to get there. We go. He's shouldering in. I'm going to shoulder him out, and then for these borders. He used my right leg. I used it too much, but he steered really late. I want him to be on the wall. Yes, I know I'm kind of going off camera, but he's kind of making his own rules. Now I'm actually going to ask him to collect a little more and ask him to walk. We're walking. We're walking. He's trying to avoid now. Now I'm going to walk over the boards. Instead of fighting with him about trying to stay off the bit, I kind of took a little different approach about him collecting himself. He needed to collect himself no matter what. And he needs to act. My words are not working. He needs to stay off the bit and not avoid. The more he avoids, the more issues he will have later on. See if you'll do that little turnaround over here. There we go. There. Good boy. See, he didn't avoid the bit there. He didn't evade, no nothing. He kind of said, okay, I'll do it. Now I'm going to ask him to trot again. Another thing is he's lazy too. So, whenever, just that. He wanted to poke his nose up, and whenever I put my legs around him, he kind of wanted to poke his nose up. I want him to carry himself. That's another reason why avoiding the bit is not good, because he wants to trip. Right now, he's all over my hands. All over them. Next step, I'm going to ask him to do some rollbacks on the fence. Right there, he's lugging on my hands. He's lugging on my hands. He's lugging on my hands. I want at least some energy in those rollbacks. The more energy he gets, the more willing he will be. We need some type of energy to get him awake. I want him to, because another reason why he's avoiding the bit instead of collecting himself is he's lazy. Just gonna hold, wait until he turns, and then send him out. It's not gonna be a correct rollback for a cow horse or a cutter or a reiner. It's gonna be something to engage his body instead of anything. Turn. Now I'm gonna send out. That time I kicked him a little harder, because I wanted him to send out. We need energy, and we need forward. It don't need to be a lot of forward. It needs to be enough forward for him to put her look around instead of turning him again. And then now I'm going to turn him on the wall. He needs energy, and he needs to not avoid the bit. The people started him did a really good job. He's just really lazy. Let's back up. Let's back up. Also, another thing, he wants to kind of hang on your hands in the back. I'm pulling and then I'm releasing whenever he gets me a step. That was softer steps. But this is our son, if I'm saying that right. He just needs to collect himself correctly instead of avoid the bit. He needs to engage in his back end as well and get some energy in all of the things he does.